Hello Internet, this is Scott with Scott's Garage, and this evening I'm privileged to be working on my son's 2005 Ford Focus. This is the first of two videos. In these videos I will be replacing this stock radio with a CD player. You can see that my son has added his own devices to tie into his phone. We'll be replacing all this with something new and very nice. It is a Cavogin 7-inch double DIN touch screen radio. It's a stereo car receiver with an audio video player, Bluetooth, FM radio, MP3, MP5, TF, USB, auxiliary. There's even a way to tie into steering wheel controls, which we don't have on this. Here's what it looks like. It also comes with a rear view camera, and the touchscreen acts as a monitor then for that rear view camera. I purchased this on Amazon for about 68 bucks. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is remove the plastic frame or bezel around the radio. You don't have to pull these knobs. The unit will come out. There's enough wire for down here. And it's real simple. Just take a pick and just pop it behind here and just very gently pop it out. You can see it comes out pretty easily. And just carefully, get the corners here. And it comes out. I'm going to also put the key in, and I'm going to move this shifter down so we can get better access. Okay, the next thing we need to do is remove 4 bolts. They happen to be 7 millimeters. One there, one there, one there, and one there. Okay, next we are going to install the video feed that will connect the radio to the camera. We're going to begin on the inside first, the radio side. We'll be hiding this cable basically down here. It's going to go below the glove box and then into this channel here. To do this, we first need to lower the glove box. It's real simple. It takes 2 hands, so I can't do it with one. But you take one hand here, your other hand there, and you simply push in together on each side. I guess I can probably do it individually here. Push in on each side. There we go. And the glove box drops down. And that will give us nice access. So we'll run that cable back here. Next, we want to remove this little trim panel. We're removing all the trim panel here eventually. This simply just pops out, just very gently pop it out. And we'll be using this little gap right there, and we'll be running the cable up here. Okay, I'm going to put the cable in through this little gap. I'm going to reach in with my other hand and grab it and just gently pull through. You don't want to skin any of the wire. Just be careful pulling it through, and only use as much as you need. You'll need a little bit more than that. Okay, that should be sufficient. And pull it through. So back to the original radio. You may have noticed that when we took it out that it filled in most of the space here. But as we look at the new radio, the 7-inch doubled in, even though it's a nice radio, it's not as large, and there's going to be a gap of about 1/2 inch all the way around. You can see the original radio, there's a CD player that took up some space. But still, how are we going to make up the gap? And the answer is a radio install kit. So that's what I have right here. This is a Metra. It is specific to Ford. And you'll need to get one yourself. I have a separate video. See the link below on this. Okay, it's time now to get the wiring harnesses hooked up. And what I did is I Googled 2005 Ford Focus speaker wiring harness, and came up with this, and it's basically this plug. You can see it's the same thing as here, and there's a schematic here, and I have a little labeler, and I just went ahead and labeled most of the wires, not all of them, but most of them. It'll make it a little bit easier. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use these, what are called tap splice. And you can buy these at any hardware store, Ace or Lowe's or wherever. And make sure it's the right size. So this is for a little bit smaller gauge wire. And anyway, these are really handy. So you don't have to cut any wires at all. So with this tap splice, the way it's designed is that the outside is meant to go around the wire. So a wire from the front and the back goes through it. And then the inside is made for an end of a wire, so where you're trying to splice in, and you basically just push that wire in, and there's a you can only push it in so far. This back end here is filled in, so you push it in from this side, and then you just take a pliers once everything's in place, and you push down, it crimps it together, and then this cover goes on top, and it just makes for a very clean splice. All right, I've plugged both wire harnesses in. I also plugged in the camera in, and also that red lead goes to the camera in. The red lead goes to the pink wire over here, and I have a wire nut right there. So I'm just going to put it in place, put the 4 bolts back in, and make some more tests. Alrighty, got everything hooked up. Got all the cables hooked up, and the antenna, and the camera, and also the power coming off of the camera, the pink wire. I have not hooked up the reverse camera yet. I'll do that later. But at this point, I want to test the speakers and the Bluetooth. All right, all 4 speakers are playing correctly. I'm going to put the trim on, and I will next move on to the camera. All right, I love how this looks with the radio kit and the new radio and the trim in place. This is the end of part 1 of 2. See the link below for part 2 in the description. This is Scott with Scott's Garage. If you like the video, please hit like. It doesn't cost you anything, but is of great value to me. Please also subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification for new videos. Have a great day.